Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. It's not good morning.
Well, good afternoon.
We're going to put this Govee temperature sensor.
Does that do humidity too?
Yep. Tells you humidity as well. We're going to put this in the bunker, even though it's not completely all sealed up. We're going to get it all sealed up today, hopefully, and see what the humidity is and what the temperature is and stuff in there, just so we can kind of get an idea before we start getting solar stuff in there. So let's get started.
Let's get rolling, yep. Down on the ground, and that'll be the most humid spot around. Maybe the back right corner.
This corner?
Yep. Just stick it back in there. Hold on. Can you guys see in there now that the lid's on? Well, not as dark as I expected. That little Govee was in the mini cabin for the last, what, year or 6 months?
6 to 9 months ever since we put the diesel heater in there, because we wanted to see how cold it was in there and how quickly it was warming up without having to run back and forth in the cold weather.
Yep. So now we're going to put it in the bunker because we don't really need it in the mini cabin. And
it's saying it's 62 in there right now, and the humidity is about 60 to 61. It keeps fluctuating. Like I said, we just set it down there, so we'll check it in an hour or two.
So I didn't really plan for this today. I didn't know what we were doing. I mean, we knew we were working on it, but I don't have any game plan, so we're just winging it like usual. We're having a little bit of trouble getting this subflooring on. Can't get the tongue and groove to push together real well. This is a different style plywood than we're used to. So we're going to cut the door out, fill in this last foot, and then start working on the door. I don't know what materials we have, so we're going to just kind of like winging it like usual. Wherever it's at. I didn't put it in the right spot per se. Just
right at the edge of the wood.
Yeah, right where the board's at. Not, you know what I'm talking about?
The other board that's sticking out underneath.
Yeah, that it's screwed to the bunker roof.
Yeah. Is that going to work? Is this square right here? I guess with the line, you made a line, right?
Yeah, so. I guess. Yeah, that's a good point. Because the bottom might not be straight. It might be bowed a little bit. So it's a straight line. I'm hoping for the best. I can already tell it's probably not that close. This bows out, I think, in the middle.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
What do you want me to do? Just stay out of the way over there since it's smaller, or do you want me to do
start maybe looking for material for the door. Alright, that went okay. How's this going?
Looks like we should have enough, maybe.
Maybe for a door? Yeah, there's some long pieces there. That's good.
That stuff should be okay.
That stuff's 8 inches wide, so if we do it vertical, it's more like 7 inches wide. We only need, what, 5 pieces? That's 35, so we need 4.5 pieces.
Of the tongue and groove?
Yeah, so there's,
We should be okay.
Is that all of it, you think? Or?
I think so. Okay. I'm getting some of the Dutch lap out just so we have it for the siding, too.
Yeah. I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that pile. I want to use that pile up because we need to use this stuff.
So we can get to the trim and do lots of trim this winter? It's happening.
What? Did you say something?
It's happening this winter.
What? I didn't hear you.
It's happening. I will not feed you if you do not do trim.
You need to not feed me right now. So, all right, guys. We got the back edge cut. I'm going to cut this door out now. I don't know if I'm going from the inside or outside. We'll find out. You guys are going to be impressed. You guys are going to be impressed with this skill. Watch. Get this on camera.
Where do you want me to be?
Jen and I have really stepped up our game. She's had like 5 good ideas. I just had a good idea, I think. That's maybe a little early to say that, but... Alright, so I'm going to drill a hole at each corner. And then I can just trace a line. And I can do it from up here.
Okay.
So if I do it from down there, it's going to be all cockeyed and... Oh, shoot. Okay.
That's a little...
This split header is not the best.
It's a little sketchy, scary.
If this was just out of the way, it'd be fine, but... So I'm going to drill a hole here. And then drill a hole here. Then I'm going to just be able to draw a line right to the edges, and then I can do it from up there. Good idea?
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Then we can get in and out of here if we need to. A little better. All right. Now if I just cut it perfect, I'll be happy. Probably easier to cut from up top. All right, cut it from up top.
All right. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
It's 2x4 a little bit there, but it's all right.
2x4 will survive. Good job. One side done.
Yep.
One to go.
Yep.
Have to give the inside of your bunker a good cleanup before we put everything in there so it doesn't get extra dirty.
Yeah.
We'll vacuum it out.
There we go.
This hole here, guys, will be the hinged door that will open and close.
Yep, I'll lay it flat when we're not in there or getting in there, and when we want to get in there, we can pop her up. I don't even have to pop it up, but it just keeps me from crawling on my knees, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm in the bunker and Jen's handing me those 100-pound server rack batteries, she doesn't have to be on her knees. She can just hand them right to me, easy peasy.
I'm handing these to you. That's news to me.
It's going to make the whole process, I mean, we don't need this extra little bit of floor. I mean, it's not, I don't even know what we're going to do in here. I mean, I don't need to store anything crazy in here, but something will come to mind, right? At least the generator.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's get these chunks of wood over here put in. And then we'll get a tube of caulk and caulk up these cracks. Blow everything off, and then put the caulk in, and then we'll get onto the door.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Making a mess. It's the opposite of what I wanted.
Do you want...
Go fight it.
That's how the professionals do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright guys, we're building a door now. I've built a couple of them in my time now.
Jen's a professional at building doors. So
I'm gonna put 2x4 up the top to frame the door out, and use some tongue and groove to build it, and 2x4s and other pieces of wood to scrap it out, right?
we gotta lean to, we gotta empty out before winter. No more buying stuff unless we absolutely have to.
That means he's gonna work on trim for me, guys.
No, the trim's in a good storage spot. We just need to get the wood out of the way so we can
So you can get to the trim?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I need to go buy something else. That's going to be my new spot right in front of the trim. There's always going to be something big, heavy, and that never works. Something that's broken a lot.
Nope.
We're going to park that in front of the trim.
We're going to trim out lots of stuff this winter.
Maybe you should get good at trim.
I am, because I'm going to tell you how to do it.
So right. 77 inches from the ground. This is with the concrete. I don't know if we're using this or not.
I would tell you to take it out because it's not firm in there.
Yeah.
Here's a 2x8. This one's probably
a little too short.
I don't know.
All right, guys, we have a game plan. Jen got out all the 8-inch pine tongue and groove that we have left from the mini cabin. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough to make a door.
So we have 3 pieces of the 8-inch wide stuff, which is really 7 inches of coverage, and then we have the 6-inch pieces, and that's really 5 inches of coverage. We're gonna have the 3 wide pieces and then 2 smaller pieces on the side. That will give us 31 inches, and we need it like 31 and a quarter. We'll be able to make it work. It's gonna look a lot like our doors in the cabin, the one I built for the bathroom and the one we built for the pantry. And if you haven't checked those out, we'll put some cards here, up here in the corner.
What did I say? 31 and
a quarter?
A quarter is the highest we could go. There we go. Let's get this one on. 70 3/8. Now, 70 3/8. Good.
Looks good. Look how pretty it's gonna be, guys.
70 3/8.
What? Now,
piece of wood.
now, if you start being happy, people might accuse you of being on drugs. I mean, they think I'm on something because I laugh, but if you start being positive, they really might think.
Screwed. This is all jacked up.
They really might think you're on something.
Ugly on this side. I got numbers. So let's. How much did I cut off? Just got a big old knickerbocker, but I don't feel like sanding that off. Well, the knickerbocker makes it look
rustic. Knickerbocker makes it look rustic. Oh, Lord.
Look that up. What knickerbockers? They're like, aren't they like a Scottish golfing short or something?
I don't know.
Because I said that before, and someone like, you looked at me like I didn't know what that word was.
I still don't. I think you just make up stuff sometimes. Actually, I know.
I do use a lot of words not inappropriately, but incorrectly.
Just the way you think they should be said.
I was kind of made fun of that when I was young too, because I used words I added things to them that weren't correct. I try to fix myself a lot on YouTube, but I don't always catch them.
There we go, because you're so used to hearing yourself talk that you just...
I tone myself out too if it makes you feel any better.
Look at that, guys! I'm so excited. And I'm gonna stain all this outside brown wood like the bathroom and the pantry door. Got some of that stain left over. Hopefully.
You do, there's a little quart of it, right?
Yeah, so hopefully it's
Hopefully
still
it's
good. But then I'll just take a little sponge brush to it and stain it. And it'll soak in good and it'll look beautiful.
Put the timber oil on all of it.
Yeah.
Timber oil will just soak in.
Yeah.
There we go. Be fancy.
And we're gonna put a beam right across here in the middle. We're gonna measure it and put it exactly in the middle.
It was 35 and 3/16.
Let's put it. That's directly in the middle.
Should be.
Equal distance apart. And I'm checking the Govee down there in the ground. It's 63 outside right now, and this is still not completely sealed up yet, so it might be a pretty similar temperature to outside. Yeah, it's 63 in there also right now. So once we have it all sealed up, we can get a better idea of what the ambient temperature will be. It says 60% humidity in there still too, which again...
Wouldn't hurt to keep track of it right now. Way too far across. Maybe not. This needs barely tweaking. Holy crap. Oh, you guys were... Open it back up and fake it. Hold on, guys. We gotta redo this. We gotta fake it because I was standing in the way. Okay, go back over here. Like you're holding it. Okay, here you go. Hold on. Alright, kick it out. Oh, that doesn't fit. Oh my goodness. It kind of fits.
It's just like a smidge too big at the top. You might have to take the planer just to the small part at the top. But that looks pretty good, don't it, guys?
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Either that or, you know, I just had an idea. I don't want to forget. I could take that board out on top and put just a little bit longer board in, and it would push the board away. We're going to do that. Alright, go ahead and hammer down on that.
How'd that work?
Yeah, look at it, golden. Now, if anything, it's too much, but we'll put trim on the back, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright guys, Jenny's got all the miscellaneous stuff fixed in there with the hammer. The door was hitting the stud. The door was hitting the stud here a little bit. And rather than planing the door down, we just took this header board out and added a 1/4 inch to it. And it pushed this stud out a little bit farther. Now we have a nice 1/4 inch gap here. We'll put some... we'll put some trim on the inside all the way around. It'll, one, stop the door from going in too far and keep the weather out.
Yeah, keep the weather out.
Yep. So So are we gonna smack on siding, or are we gonna trim the door out inside?
Smack on siding so it looks nicer, because then we can do a door trim and like up here in a couple days.
Okay.
It will look, I just want it to look done.
Yeah.
I want it to look done, and we can do the intricate stuff.
On days off.
You know, we'll do the intricate stuff in a couple days.
All right. All right, guys, we're all prepped here. Bubble foil up, flashing up. We put a piece of trim, or a 2x4 treated 2x4, so the siding's not sitting in the dirt. So Jenny and I are gonna knock these out. Have fun watching this in 50 to 100 times faster than we do it.
There you go, guys. Look at that. Bunker has gone under a major transformation. It's looking like something finally. Rather than just a hole in the ground with some concrete blocks.
Yeah.
It actually looks like a very cool.
It looks exactly how I imagined it from day one.
Yeah, right. Look at that. You can go in here into this beautiful door. And we've got the roof slash floor. It is the roof of the bunker. Hi, brown dog.
Look at that. Crawl down in there for a minute.
No. You crawl down in there.
You see your little toad friend from yesterday?
No, I haven't seen him.
He probably ate that giant spider, or the spider probably ate him. Well, there you go, guys. Show it off there, Vanna.
Big transformation here, guys.
Watch the black dog behind you. Watch the little dog.
Timber, what? You can't come up here and he can't go down here. You have to go around.
This is cool. I like it.
Just a few more touches, and then we can maybe get some solar stuff in here, right?
Yep.
One more day of...
Everything else is kind of like optional, or we could do after we do solar stuff, but we want to make this side look nice. We've got to find the right material. And then
No, you gotta go around Timber to go
this side. So if we button up these two sides, it's pretty much...
And button up the top.
Yeah, we got to button up the top. Right here, our array roof is a little off kilter, so it's not all the way to the top. So we have to either find a nice big piece of flashing to do that, or I need to cut a bunch of roofing. So remind me tomorrow while we're shopping or in town to maybe look for a big piece of flashing.
Okay.
I actually have some aluminum that's thick, like a roll of aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to look bad. So anyway.
Got a lot done today, guys. I'm very happy.
Yeah, we got a lot done yesterday. We got a lot done today. So we had a couple good days on the bunker. Now we could bandage. You know, we could put some foam over that and get a door. We got to get a little door built so we could box it in like 100% and then see what the humidity's like in there and temperature.
Yep.
So.
You question?
Yeah.
Just what we're will those hinges we have work for this lid or do okay? That's fine to make sure.
Yeah, that's easy because it doesn't have to do anything fancy.
We need some plywood though, right?
We do need a little bit of plywood.
So we need to measure how thick that is so we get the same thickness.
Okay.
What do you think of the bunker?
Yeah. And maybe we'll get some solar stuff in there soon. Maybe we'll just put a bunch of preserved food or canned food so Jen can continue making awesome videos on her channel. She has a couple of cool videos for you guys over on her channel. What's it called?
Simple Recipes with Jen.
Yeah.
Because it's simple. That's the way I like life.
Yeah. Simple ingredients, simple meals, something you could whip up. Not even meals, just like little baked goods and different cool stuff. So check out Jen's channel. We'll put the link in the description box below and the first pinned comment so you can see her bake you some yummy stuff.
Jay likes the goods.
Yeah. I'm not going to be part of that channel much. I mean, you might see me, you know, sampling stuff, but I'm not going to be, I'm not, what's it called? A cameo?
You're not going to be the...
I'm not going to be the cameo.
It's not a duo
Yeah, nope.
channel. It's a singular channel.
Yep. We're going to get Jen rolling and help her learn all the ins and outs of the editing, and then it's all on her.
Thanks for being here with us over this whole long bunker build. We know it's been a while.
And we'll try to get some stuff in it pretty soon. We just needed to get it done before winter for sure. We got a couple months, so we still got a couple months and a couple big projects we want to get done.
Yep, but we're going to hopefully get this sealed in here soon, guys, so we can at least see how humid and cool it stays in here so we can make the choice.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us.
See ya.
Best wishes.
What is your deal? What? You want to play?
And I know, guys, I told Jen while we were about 3 rows up that we made a mistake. The siding doesn't flow all the way through, so I guess instead of feeling bad about it, I'm just gonna have to smile and giggle every time I see how my siding isn't matched up. I used to blame it on the live edge siding because it wasn't all the same, but I still can't figure it out with the Dutch lap either, so. See you next time.